What does it take to survive when danger hides around every corner? It might sound terrifying, but animals face this challenge every day, and they've found clever ways to deal with it. Some rely on pure luck, others on smart tactics, and a few even pretend to be dead just to escape. You're about to see some truly amazing moments as we count down 15 animals that survived the impossible. Let's start with number 15, the gazelle that escaped death by playing dead. When you hear that an animal pretended to be dead, you might think it sounds unbelievable, but it really happened. In the wilds of Africa, a poor gazelle found itself caught between two deadly hunters, a cheetah and a hyena. The cheetah is known for its lightning speed, and the hyena is aggressive and fearless. The gazelle seemed to be out of options. It lay perfectly still, no movement, no breathing that could be seen. It looked completely lifeless. The cheetah seemed unsure. It hesitated, perhaps wondering whether the gazelle was even worth the effort. The hyena also stepped back, possibly thinking it was some kind of trap or a poisoned carcass. Then, something incredible happened. Just as both predators lost interest and walked away, the gazelle suddenly jumped up and bolted into the tall grass, vanishing from sight in seconds. The cheetah was frozen in shock. The hyena was left confused and empty-handed. The gazelle didn't win with speed or strength this time. It won with clever thinking, using its brain instead of its body to survive. Now that's smart. If you thought pretending to be dead was impressive, wait until you see how some animals use strategy to stay alive. At number 14, we have the ibex that outsmarted a fox. Picture this, a few young ibex, born to climb steep cliffs, were making their way down into a valley to find water. But they didn't know that a hungry red fox was hiding nearby, waiting for the right moment to strike. The fox was smart. It watched quietly and planned to trap the young ibex on a narrow ledge where they couldn't escape. For a moment, it looked like the ibex were doomed. There was nowhere to go, and the fox was ready to attack. But just when things seemed hopeless, the ibex suddenly broke apart and scattered. Some climbed back up the cliff, while others took off in different directions, jumping across ledges that looked impossible to cross. Even the smallest of the ibex moved with incredible skill and speed, making it nearly impossible for the fox to keep up. It couldn't focus on any single target, and in the end, it caught nothing. The ibex escaped not just because of luck, but because they acted with quick thinking and confidence. This moment shows that even in the face of danger, a good plan and quick reflexes can make the difference between life and death. While the ibex ran to survive, the next animal on our list didn't run at all. It stood its ground and fought back. Number 13 tells the story of a brave dog facing off against a wild animal. The scene wasn't from a jungle or deep forest. It happened in a quiet rural neighborhood where wild animals sometimes wander in. A CCTV camera captured the entire moment, and it's something you won't soon forget. Rocky was a happy and playful pet dog, going about his normal routine, unaware that danger was quietly approaching. A powerful and stealthy jaguar had entered the area, focused and ready to attack. In a flash, the jaguar leapt forward and grabbed Rocky with lightning speed. Its strong jaws locked around the dog with terrifying force, the kind of bite that can crush bones with ease. The situation was so tense and sudden that it seemed like nothing could save Rocky. The dog appeared to be moments away from death. Even his owners, frozen in fear after spotting the wild predator near their home, were too scared to help. It looked like Rocky's story would end there. But Rocky was not the type to give up easily. With everything he had left, Rocky kicked, twisted, and cried out, struggling with all his might. His entire body shook as he fought to survive. It was a desperate battle, like he was dancing on the very edge of life and death. And then, something amazing happened. He managed to break free from the jaguar's grip. Fueled by pure fear and determination, Rocky bolted away from the scene. Surprisingly, the jaguar didn't chase him again. It just stood there for a moment, then turned and disappeared into the wild. The entire shocking scene was captured on a CCTV camera, and it quickly spread across the internet. This moment was a clear reminder of the dangers faced by pets living near forests or wildlife zones. But more than that, it showed how brave and strong a dog can be, even when faced with something as deadly as a jaguar. Rocky's spirit and will to live were stronger than anyone expected. Now, while Rocky's story was about fighting to survive, the next tale brings us a strange twist from nature itself. Back in July 2008, near Rome, Georgia, people discovered a baby deer, a fawn, injured after being attacked by a dog. At first, it seemed like just another rescue story, but then came a shocking surprise. This little fawn had 6 legs. Yes, 6 legs. Vets and scientists later confirmed that the condition was called polymelia, a rare genetic disorder that caused the deer to grow 2 extra legs near its pelvis. So instead of 2 back legs, it had 4, making 6 legs in total. This condition is extremely rare in wild animals, especially deer. Because of the extra legs, the fawn had trouble walking and balancing. Its movements looked awkward and unsteady, making daily life a constant challenge. Thankfully, the fawn was taken to Berry College, where a veterinary team treated its injuries and helped it recover. Even though the fawn had been through a lot, it slowly began to heal. Eventually, it could walk again, even though its gait was still uncomfortable and unusual because of the extra limbs. But despite the odds, the fawn kept going. Its story touched many people. It reminded everyone that even when life hands you a tough path, with enough care and courage, survival is possible. Every step the fawn takes is proof that there's beauty in struggle, and bravery in simply facing each day. While the deer's survival was shaped by nature's strange design, the next animal faced death head-on. This story comes from the wild lands of Africa, where life and death are always a heartbeat apart. Near a quiet riverbank, a warthog came to drink water. But if you watched closely, his body language was unusual. Every step seemed cautious, every move carefully measured, almost like he could sense something was wrong. Yet, for reasons unknown, he stayed. The air around him felt tense, heavy with silence. And beneath the calm surface of the water, danger was waiting. Earlier in the video, a crocodile had been seen slipping into the water. Now it was completely hidden, ready to launch a deadly surprise attack. The warthog, aware something wasn't right, started backing away. That seemed like a wise decision, until, for some unknown reason, he started moving forward again. The crocodile waited in complete stillness, the perfect predator ready to strike. Then came the moment of truth. The warthog looked directly toward the water, as if staring death in the eyes. But instead of freezing, he acted. At the very last moment, the warthog turned and ran. In a flash, he was gone, leaving the crocodile alone and hungry in the murky water. This escape was so unexpected it felt like a miracle. The warthog didn't win by strength or speed alone. It was as if luck or instinct saved him at the last second. From muddy escapes, we now rise into the skies. In the wild lands of Tanzania, an incredible moment was captured that showed just how quickly life can hang by a thread. A leopard was hidden in the tall grass, waiting silently for the right moment to strike. Its eyes were locked on a bird nearby, which was calmly walking, unaware of the danger just feet away.